Did you know that if you deposited 5 million Kenya shillings into your bank account in 2003 and decided to withdraw it today, its value would be around 920,000 shillings? In other words, today, that 5 million Kenya shillings would only buy you things worth less than a million in real value. That's what inflation can do to your money. With time, the purchasing power of your money diminishes, and if you have kept your wealth in cash, chances are that its value will decrease by 3/4 every 20 years, going by historical data. But let's talk about another scenario. If you had used that 5 million shillings to buy a property, then it would be worth roughly about 16 million shillings today, if not much more. That's how real estate investment can hedge against inflation, besides offering you income every month. Yet, how can you actually do that? Is it possible that you too can invest in real estate, hedge against inflation by getting an income from property, and hedge against long-term inflation? Well, the answer is yes. Hi, I'm Manyara Kirago. I have been a personal financial planner and coach for the last 2 decades. In this video, I will explain the practical steps to invest in real estate to hedge against inflation. This video is for anyone who wants to achieve financial independence but does not know how to start step by step. Watch the video until the very end so that you do not miss any important steps. If you need help to ensure you get the best outcome with your finances, I'm available for your support. Please check out my do-it-yourself online course, or my one-on-one financial freedom coaching, and also the Eternity Real Estate program from the links in the description below. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and share it with anybody who you think might benefit from it. Also, ring the bell icon to be notified each time I post a new video. So let's get started. You need to understand what you want from real estate. You see, if you are investing in real estate and holding the property for the next 20 years, it would mean that you will benefit from property appreciation only when you sell it. In other words, you would have to wait 20 years, and during this time, the value of your property will grow. But what about the inflation you're facing today? I mean, because the price of goods and products are increasing, but your income is the same, you still have to have extra money to cover that cost, right? That's why we also look forward to real estate. You see, real estate offers you a hedge against inflation not only in the long term, but also in the short term. Therefore, our objective is to invest in property in such a way that it offers monthly income besides value appreciation in the long term. Once we have understood this, let's know how exactly you should invest and the steps that you should follow. Number one is that you should buy multi-unit rental property. Multi-unit rental property present a reliable and stable income source, distinguishing them from single-family homes. This is because multi-unit rental apartments mitigate the risk associated with sole tenants and reduces vulnerability to income fluctuations during economic uncertainty and inflationary periods. Therefore, what you actually do is risk diversification, relying on rental income from various tenants instead of just one. It serves as a buffer against potential impacts of vacancies in any of the units. While buying the multi-unit rental property, you have to decide about the location and the number of units you want depending on your budget. This would be done by knowing about your local real estate market, focusing on areas with strong demand and potential for property appreciation. Then you have to assess your financial capacity, considering factors such as down payment, mortgage financing, and ongoing expenses. Establish a budget aligned with your investment goals. After that, the property search will begin. You would look for multi-unit properties that meet your investment criteria, considering the location, property condition, amenities, and potential for future appreciation. But before you finalize on a property, conduct a thorough evaluation of potential properties, examine building conditions, review rental histories, and assess any maintenance or renovation that may be needed. Number 2, maintain high occupancy rate. The real battle lies in renting all units out, but it can be made easier. You can have all your units rented out by comprehensive marketing, using online platforms, social media, and local advertising to reach potential tenants. But the rent would be the key element in attracting tenants. For that, you have to research the local market to determine competitive rates. Ensure your pricing reflects your property's value, and consider incentives such as discounts for longer leases. What's more, you have to maintain a well-kept and visually appealing property. Clean units are more likely to attract tenants. Also consider making aesthetic improvements or upgrades. Once all your units have been rented out, you will receive consistent monthly income, which you can use for various purposes, from reinvesting to paying mortgage payments and much more. Number 3, you have a second option, accessory dwelling units, also known as extensions. It is desirable but not essential that you start investing in real estate by picking a multi-unit rental property. Sometimes your financial situation won't allow that, and that's all right. However, you still have options like an accessory dwelling unit. You can build it on your property if you have the space and rent it out for a monthly income. If you don't know what an accessory unit is, it is a secondary living space, also known as an extension, with its own kitchen, bathroom, entrance, and so on, typically located on the same property as your single-family home. This tactic becomes a way to generate rental income and potentially boost the property's value. You see, adding an accessory dwelling unit opens up the chance to rent out the extra living space, creating a fresh income source for the property owner. This rental income can help cover mortgage expenses, property taxes, and upkeep costs. Constructing an accessory dwelling unit is more budget-friendly than acquiring a separate multi-unit property, and allowing those with limited funds to enter the rental real estate market without hefty initial costs. An accessory dwelling unit can be built on properties with enough space, adapting to the existing layout and design. This makes them a feasible choice for property owners looking to maximize their land utility without undergoing extensive construction projects. Number 4, use rental income to cover extra costs and to reinvest. If you remember, we set out the goal of coping with rising costs by using rental income. Even if that were our strategy, it would be much better to keep your expenses in check and use rental income to reinvest in real estate. Or you can consider allocating part of your rental income to invest in tangible assets, such as acquiring additional real estate or enhancing your current property. You can renovate or build new facilities in your existing property to raise its value, which will be appreciated over time. You can even think about using any extra rental income to pay off any outstanding debts associated with the property. Reducing your debt not only decreases your financial obligations, but also strengthens your overall financial resilience. Number 5, adjust the rents depending on the inflation rate. You see, you do not need to keep the rent the same when inflation is on the rise. With multi-unit properties or accessory dwelling units, you can adjust rents periodically, but this can only be done by including clauses in lease agreements that permit annual increases tied to the inflation rate. In this way, you can guarantee that your rental income stays in line with the escalating cost of living. Whether the inflation increases abnormally, it will be neutralized for you because your monthly rental income will increase too. And number 6, long-term inflation hedge. Having a long-term inflation hedge was our second objective of investing in real estate. Whether you have invested in a multi-unit rental property or an accessory dwelling unit, you have a long-term safeguard against inflation due to the inevitable property value appreciation. In the case of a multi-unit property, it generates rental income from multiple tenants, creating a diversified income stream. As rental income rises over time due to inflation or increased market demand, the overall property value tends to appreciate too. In areas with strong demand for rental housing, the value of the multi-unit can experience consistent growth. Interestingly, the property value appreciation of multi-unit rental property is more because it's a money-bringing asset and an investment option, unlike a house that one uses for living in. As for the accessory dwelling unit, its adaptability to be used for various purposes such as housing family members or serving as a home office adds intrinsic value to the property. This flexibility in responding to evolving needs in the real estate market can lead to sustained or increased property values. You should know that constructing an accessory dwelling unit can directly contribute to the property's value. As real estate values typically appreciate over the long term, having an accessory dwelling unit as part of the property can amplify its potential for appreciation. Would you like to invest in real estate and get rid of all worries about inflation? Isn't it interesting that you can protect the purchasing power of your money and even have a monthly income just by turning your money into an asset like real estate? Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section right below. And if you want to learn in more detail how you too can generate passive income through real estate investing so that you can finally gain financial freedom, then what you need to do is watch my free training. Click the link in the description below to get immediate access. If you love this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel for practical insights on financial freedom, personal finance, and financial literacy. Thank you for watching and see you soon.